Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I make art and... Wait, that's... Welcome back to my channel where I talk about my art. The theme is Marvel Rivals again. I haven't done a design in a while, but that's not what today is about. Today, I'm gonna go through all my Marvel Rivals fan concept designs and rank them based on how much I like them. It's been a while since I've done some of these, and while I obviously like them enough to post them online, I think if given the chance, I might do some of them differently now. So here is ranking my Marvel Rivals designs. And we're doing it on a tier list. So let me go through the categories first. At the top, pretty self-explanatory, these are for the designs that, in my opinion, need no changes, followed by designs that I think are great, but may have some minor elements that I think I could improve on. In the middle, we have the designs that have a balance of things I would keep and things I would change. The whatever tier is for designs that I don't think really stand out, but at least meet the bare minimum of looking like the character. Lastly, the try again tier, designs I would probably completely rework if I did it again today. First up, Falcon, Sam Wilson. This one was the first hero I did in this series, so I have, what would you call it, nostalgia bias? I like the design, but I think it could use some tweaking, especially in the shoe area. I think it's pretty good, but not perfect. Next, we have the second Sam Wilson design. I did this as a bonus, a Captain America skin. I think I like this one less than the original Falcon design. I prefer a slightly more armored look, so I'll put him in the middle tier. Next is the Wasp. I'm really torn about this one. I genuinely thought I loved this design, but now looking back at it, I feel like the lower half of the design is really lacking. I still love the suit part of it, but I definitely would do the boots differently. Middle tier again. On the other hand, Ant-Man is an easy one. I don't like it. I don't think the design is interesting, the silhouette is boring, and there's way too much going on. Easy try again tier. Kate Bishop. I love this one. This is the first design. I really felt like I took it in a more unique direction. It's a bigger departure from the comics than the previous ones I did, and I still really like it now. First one to make it to the perfect tier. Okay, War Machine. While I don't think I did anything really special with this one, I have to rank it higher because drawing armor is a real struggle, but I am very proud of how this one turned out. Rhodey deserves to go and pretty good. Another easy perfect, Mockingbird. Wouldn't change anything about this design at all. I think it's pretty easy for my fave characters to rank higher, simply because I find myself more inspired when coming up with new, interesting designs. I'm putting her at the top of perfect because she deserves that spot. Sorry, Kate. Here's a different Kate, Kate Pryde, or Kitty Pryde. I really like this design, but I think I could definitely improve on some of the minor details. She'll go in pretty good. Alright, Daredevil. The only thing I really like about this design is the helmet. I'd like the double-breasted suit design with a collar too, but I think I should have made it a little more dramatic. It's alright. Daredevil with the yellow accents is definitely worse. I don't know if it's the shade of yellow and red I used, but he looks like a ketchup and mustard spill. Moving on to Zemo. I like it. I think maybe it's just the way I rendered it, but the jacket could maybe use a little bit more detail. Second tier, pretty good. Taskmaster, honestly kind of boring. The only thing I like is the mask design, and that is not enough to save it from the whatever tier. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't really care for it. Blackheart. Honestly, also whatever tier. This might be more the fault of the original comic design, but I think there's only so much you can do with a naked man ink blot character without getting into Venom territory. Surtur is another one that's not so easy to make interesting, at least for me. Cool fire, at least. I like my rendering. It's a fire giant, whatever. Pietro's next. My perfect boy. Or maybe almost perfect. I like this design a lot, but part of me feels like it's not quite hitting that Quicksilver vibe. Almost perfect is pretty good though. Spike, Evan Daniels. This one is kind of interesting. Largely an original design, since I had very limited references for this character. A decent reinterpretation of the character. It's alright. Malekith was kind of good, honestly. I can't think of anything I would change, so maybe a surprising perfect. I think I was feeling very inspired making the Thor villains video because I think Amora is another perfect. Lastly, Scourge. See, there's a reason I ranked him separate from Amora even though I designed them to be a dual hero. He's kinda just there. I couldn't let him dull Amora's sparkle because he's going to the whatever tier. And here's a final ranking for how I feel about each of my own Marvel Rivals character designs. But wait, there's so much video left to watch. And that's because I thought it would be fun to take a guess at how likely it will be to see these characters in the actual game. So let's reset the tier list. This time we have the categories literally in the game, obviously reserved for one of these characters on the list, but following that, most likely, as in I could really see it happening and possibly very soon. Could happen is for characters that I could see added, but there's really no reason to believe that they will be. Slim chance probably won't happen because of various reasons, but I'm not confident to say never. And last tier, no shot. It'll never happen. At least in my opinion. Falcon, I think could happen eventually. It makes sense to me with Avengers Doomsday coming up. There's a chance we could get Sam as Falcon with a Captain America release skin. I think he would also have a pretty unique kit, making him a really fun addition. Now, allow me to be delusional for a moment. At the time of recording, Marvel Rivals just finished celebrating its first anniversary, which included an event called Van Dyne's Grand Opening, where you could get the Psylocke costume. This can only be a reference to the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne's background in fashion. Secondly, in the DevVision Volume 12 video, something called Pym's Test Kitchen is mentioned. The fact that these two are mentioned so close together indicates to me that Rivals is probably going to add them soon. Next up, Kate Bishop. I think there's no way she'll be added as her own hero, but I think there may still be hope. It's basically almost confirmed that there's going to be a Lady Loki skin, possibly with new recorded voice lines for Loki. Many people are speculating that we could get more variants or legacy characters this way, so I don't think Kate is off the table yet. That being said, they might have to make Kate really buff if they are going to release her as a special Hawkeye skin. You won't see me complaining though. For Rhodey, kinda similar with Kate Bishop, I don't think he would be his own character, but I think the chances of him being a special skin for Iron Man might be more likely. It could happen. With Mockingbird, I'm actually inclined to say there's no shot she gets added to the game. However, I can't jinx my girl like that, so I'm putting her in slim chance. I just think she might be too similar to Black Widow or Daredevil with the stabs, and I'm also not sure she's popular enough of a character. For Kate Pryde, I'm really not sure. She does appear as an accessory for magic in the game, but other than that, there's no real indication she's coming. However, I will say that Rivals is currently pretty biased towards the X-Men, so she could have a pretty good chance. No need to discuss the next one, Daredevil is literally already in the game. Now, Zemo has no in-game indicators, but if Hydra ever makes a comeback to the storyline, I could see it happening. Or maybe a storyline with the Masters of Evil? Taskmaster, I'm really tempted to say he has no shot. With both Loki and Rogue, there are already two Power Stealer type characters, so I don't see Rivals adding another one. Especially when he can't even copy the cool powers. Blackheart, again, no shot. I'm inclined to say he's not popular enough, but then again, I could be surprised. But also, I'm not sure his powers would translate well into the game. Surtur as a playable character I think is guaranteed impossible. He's simply too large. But I think if they ever add a Muspelheim map, he has to be there. Pietro is like Kate Pryde. He shows up in the game as a Wanda accessory, and given the ties he has to both X-Men and Avengers, he could fit really well into the roster. Spike, no shot. He simply doesn't exist outside X-Men Evolution, and unless that show gets revived with the 97 treatment, I'm afraid he will never be popular enough for Rivals. Malekith, I'm unsure of with his popularity. However, he could have a very unique kit, which could make him a good choice if Rivals is looking to adapt less popular characters. Given the right theme, I could see it happening, although chances are on the slimmer side. For Amora, I have to say the opposite reasoning. I believe she's more popular, but I'm afraid her skill set is represented quite thoroughly in other characters already. I'll let her stay in the could happen section because I'm feeling hopeful. Scourge, I think, has a slim chance of making it into the game on his own. But if he does appear, I genuinely think he and Amora would come as a pair. Let me know what you think of this tier list. Do you agree with my rankings? Tell me in the comments. You should also let me know if you think I should rank the actual Marvel Rivals designs and skins in another video. If you want to watch me design all of these characters, watch my Marvel Rivals playlist. I'll link it somewhere. And please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at KaylinVerse to see my art. If you want to support me directly so I can keep making more videos, you can donate or subscribe to my Ko-fi or find my stuff for purchase on Redbubble and Imprint. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.